Getting warm. Can you even see me? I don't know. Let me back you up a little bit. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. Okay, 1, 2. Whoop. Too fast. Okay. I wish you wouldn't do that. Can I change this midstream? I don't think I can. Welcome. Getting warm in here, that's all. You want to see any moves? You let me know, okay? Back kick's kind of no power unless you throw it first. Wish it were a little lower though, so I could like leg kick it, you know, like that. Hey. Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I really like the lead elbow, you know. LL Cool J? Damn. I didn't know someone famous was going to be in here. Hello, everyone. If you want to see a move, you let me know, okay? Keep up the good... What? Well, thank you. Thank you. Trying. Bone spurs on my friggin' vertebrae. Torn ligament in my spine, but I'm still, you know, I'm still popping it. You know what I mean? Whoo! Are you guys warm? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't karate fight like the sports dinguses, no offense. Oh. Woo! Swing and a miss. We're like choking up on that, you know? You're already here, and then you kind of meet it halfway. Bump. Bam! It's nice. And yeah, I hook this way, like an animal. Hello, Gabriel. Monsieur Gonzalez. You want to see something? I mean, I'm asking. I'm not like about to do something. I mean, I'm about to do this. This. See how my hook kick is. Okay, this is the risky one. think we Gucci. I also really like the lead elbow. You never see this, you know? One, bah! You just sort of dive on in. Good thing is too, this like will protect you. You can kind of frame off on an arm. Get inside. Here. I mean, what do I know? Do a good combo. Okay, well, I don't have a ton memorized. I know when I was in my Dutch kickboxing days, I'll show you the numbers from the Bang Muay Thai system. So you got your 1, 2, pop, pop. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, hook, straight. Then we mix it up. 1, 2, 3, pause, cross hook. Then we do cross it, cross. 1, 2, 3. Anchor's falling. And then you switch it, hook, cross, hook. And then it's upper cross hook, rear upper hook cross. And then what's 10? I think it's cross hook upper, yeah. And then cross hook upper, switch upper 1, 2, and then you switch sides. Is that good? Let's see if I remember some of the others. It was like 1, 2, switch, cross hook, low, cross, switch, 1, 2, again, other side, cross, here, switch, 1, 2. Combos can be anything. Yes, that was cool. Perfect. All right, check this out. I mean, of course it's going to do more damage, but I went over this last stream, but you can't actually do this with nunchucks. Even with this is like filled with air, and even then it doesn't work. You got to commit. Bam! See what I'm saying? All right. I'll be here for a few more kicks or something, and then we'll move on to Bob, the heavy bag. We're exercising demons tonight. Where's everyone from? What you up to? I know it's the Sensei show, but you know, figure I'd do a little crowd work. What time is it for you? I'm in Pacific time zone, so it's like 7:30. Finished work a little bit ago. Doing my exercises, my technical training. I've been recovering from a huge back injury. I was like in the hospital like 3 weeks ago. So my cardio is like a little impaired. I have to wrap it up. I will sub and I hope you thrive. Os. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll give you some good content in the future. Have anything you want to see, want help with? You just let me know, all right? Okay, let's finish this up. Key to high kicks is high knees. And then you can knee to the head. Bam! All right, it's a little lower than my head, but I can effectively knee to the jaw. We'll see this on Bob in a minute. Spear elbows, it's horseshit, don't do them. It looks cool, right? If you're Tony Jaa and you do the fucking double. Add a Q&A sticker? I don't know what that means. I don't know shit about YouTube yet. Whew! I'm not social media savvy. So I'll probably get in trouble for something I'll say. Oos! Oos! Front kick's probably my favorite kick. So good. Really demeans your opponent when you put your toes up their nose, you know what I mean? Oh, God. Whoop, whoop. There it is. Let's try again. These kicks aren't powerful. They don't do anything, but it's very good for teaching control. It's hard to balance and talk at the same time. Okay. Yeah. Whoop. Whoop. 1, 2. Still got it. Oh. All right. What do you say we move to the big boy? Okay. There it is. Oh, wow, it's crooked. How's everyone doing? You guys party? I party. All right. How many floor pieces do I need? Bob, that wasn't a rhetorical question. I asked you something. Is this how this goes? Yes. All right. Hang tight. Good shit's coming. I probably did that right into the mic, huh? Whoops, that's how you know it's live. Okay. All right, Bob. You're past due. Can you see? Okay. Actually, this isn't even that good of a... I need more floor. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Sit. All right, enough of that. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm not really sorry. All right. More floor. This is what the grind looks like. Half of it's moving floors, because when I do spin kicks on the carpet, it shreds the tendons in my knees. Yeah, we do not want that. Okay. Un momento, por favor. Oh man, what's the Japanese for it? It's mada. Not yet. Not yet. But it's about to be. God damn it. Okay. It's all right. It's all right. Guys. I need you to remain calm, okay? I'm unhinged enough as it is. Okay. This is also another big part of my karate class, is like keeping the GD pants on. Okay. You see this? This is the glamorous side of suiting up. I tie my belt the lazy way, where it's split in the back. Super traditional Japanese dojos, they'll do it where it's like perfectly laid on top of the other. Not really my way. All right, let's see. Okay. We need to be about the same height. Bob? Listen. It's not what it looks like. Okay. Oh, God. My fucking cardio. Whoop. Jesus. Okay. Okay, so let me show you what I mean with these front kicks, right? These, perfect. Jab them. Jab them in the hips. Folds them. Really funny. Super awkward for them. Hit them in the solar plexus. I mean, you'll knock the wind out of them. You can sometimes do the collarbone. It's pretty weak, and since you hit them up high, they tend to go over. And then you just put your foot right in his fucking mouth. BAM! See what I'm saying? Or you go for the classic again. This, whoop, super good. Oh God, correcting Bob is half the fucking workout. Is this potentially a risk for my back? Yeah. But sometimes you gotta pick your battles, you know? I need this. I need to make those smaller. Yeah. I love the back fist. The only thing it's good for is like pissing people off, or like when you give them a jab to like make them react. That's really it. Oh, fuck. But it's fun. Smarts though. God. Okay. I need to put up some guardrails, I think. Bob gets squirrely. Oh God. You know, you forget how cardiovascularly intensive martial arts are. Back when I did Krav Maga, in like a 50-minute class, 5-0, I'd burn like 900 calories. And me and my buddies would do like the Krav Maga class, then the kickboxing class, then the wrestling class. That was in the before times. Y'all want to see something? Tell me. Okay, there's some things I can't do, but I mean, okay, you want to see something like this? Do you like that? It's a nice to the body. Bam! I really like throwing my kicks at weird angles. Everyone throws, I mean, everyone does like the Muay Thai roundhouse, right? Where it's like this big round, boom. That's fine, but it's like visible. And it's like, everyone's conditioned to block kind of like out, like in the direction of the kick coming in. So if you do a Kyokushin style where it's like vertical, right? So normally you kick big and round. Here, I'll go. Round this way, here. But if you're pretty flexible, you can be close and you can get a roundhouse really vertically, kind of like an uppercut. So this is the other version. This is my version. Faster. Can't really see it coming as much. Particularly if you throw from the back leg, it's like, that's the longest technique you have, right? It takes the longest. So if you can shorten that up and just bam! Oops, I messed it up. Oh my God. Okay. You go up, up, up. I still get my hip involved, and yeah, it's not max power, but what I lose in power, I gain in surprise, and you get right up into the liver here. If you hit it sideways, I mean, there's a lot of ribs here, so getting underneath is really how those liver shots put people down. Anyway, vertically, bam. All right, I haven't done this in a while. Let's see if I can do a few in a row. God, I'm pushing it, but fuck it, we're doing it live, right? 1, 2, whoops. Yeah. I need to really weigh him down. What I can do is, oh, I gotta turn around more. 1, this is my bad side. I got scoliosis that curves me this way, so it's like everything's hiked up. Oops. Oh. Bob, please. Bam. Y'all are real quiet. I mean, I get the whole voyeurism angle, but, you know, I do requests. Water. How's everyone doing? Did y'all do your training today? Oh, second I said that, a bunch of people bounced. Didn't do their training, you know? Okay. All right. So Bob's super tall. I can almost, this is my bad side here. And then let's see how far I can get on my left. This is in the dance world, they would call this my gesturing leg because it's my flexible one that I like make gestures with, and this one's my strong one. Okay. Oof. If I go up on my toes, maybe. Yep. Whoop. Technically possible. Technically. Okay. Let's try again. Okay. I'm assisting a little bit, but this is mostly here. Yeah. I'm sorry. Bob, he was made for this, okay? I want to jump, but I know I'm going to fuck up my back, so I'll leave it. Okay. What else? What else do we want? Anything? You want, I'm going to take a breather, but I'll put on a show. Okay? I think I'm not a showman. All right? Now, these are not my fastest chucks. They're wood. Hurts like a motherfucker when you train them. And this is how, okay, nunchucks are one of the hardest weapons, right? Because a lot of the time you're gonna clip yourself in these spots. Obviously, number one, okay? We have a lot of moves that wrap around, right? So even this, I'm like rolling it. It's like rolling around the bottom. So I feel it, but it doesn't really hurt at all. But until you get that right, you definitely go up there. The other places are knee caps. I've clipped them so many times. Elbows too. And then the nose, right? As you're doing these like things here, getting very close to your face. And I'm doing it the fancy way. This is not really the optimized way to use nunchucks. It's the optimized way to do like, you know, stuff like this, but this isn't really how you use them. If you weren't here earlier, then you didn't see the demonstration where I try the Bruce Lee moves, okay, which are like figure eights, right, shooting out this way. That one's okay, but when I try the figure eights, oh, you can't see Bob. Bob, he won't say hello to you because he's rude as fuck. We'll get him to talk. Okay, so I'm gonna approach, figure eights. All right, now I know what's coming, so you're gonna see it in my face, but I'm gonna try, okay? All right, here we go. Doesn't work, okay? You could tank a hit like that and then just bam, get me. But this is for show and like technical whatever. It's not how you use it. This is a staff on a string. It's a folding staff. So that's how you use it, right? Right? So you don't need 20 hits to put someone down, okay? Because you just do this, and he's going to the hospital, right? You use it like a baseball bat, because that's what it is. It's just a portable, short baseball bat. That's it. Bam! If you come down on the collarbone, I think it only takes like less than 20 pounds, maybe less than 10 pounds of force to crack a collarbone. Easy. Boom, one. Here's the other thing, okay? Bob doesn't have his arms on right now, but if you hit someone in the hand with this, you're gonna break their hand, right? If I can wail on Bob, and I got a little bit of kickback there, but if I can wail on him like that, I mean, you're done, right? It's like getting hit with a baseball bat, that's the point. But it doesn't look cool, right? It's like, it doesn't make for a good movie. You just, boom, and done. Kind of like shootouts. In real life, they happen very quickly. It's not as dramatic as the movies, you know? But the cool thing about the nunchucks, you lose power, right? A staff is always gonna be better because it's solid. You can transfer all of the force. You don't have this like wiggly bit that bleeds anything, okay? But you don't know how I'm gonna hit you. The Amazon black belt? Oh, okay. I see. I see how it is. All right. Let's do the credentials. Let's do it. Four different styles. Bitch. And it's not Amazon. It's Arawaza. It's probably like the standard competition brand that you'll see in like the World Karate Federation. But hey, you can get your own. Because a black belt doesn't really mean anything. I made a video on that, if you're curious, because I've fought 5th degree black belts, I've fought 10th degree black belts, a couple, because there's not very many of them. I've fought all sorts of people. I've had a yellow belt kick the shit out of me because he was a 6'6" athletic freak who had been training in like sparring for 5 years, and that's all he did. So the black belt doesn't tell you anything other than I've put some time in, or, you know, someone really liked me. But if you don't believe me, I mean, what do you want to see? What's it going to take for you to believe? Something like that? Or like something like this? Oh, I know what you want to see. You want the drama. Okay. 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 If you want to come get the belt from me, go ahead. Okay. All right, I do need to train. I love dicking around with you guys, but if you're not going to request anything, I just got to train. You're right. But the karate is for when I do not have the black belt, or, you know, I'm not gonna do this shit if someone attacks me in the street. You think I'm gonna off balance myself and put my foot? No. No, if someone approaches me in the street, I'm gonna de-escalate. If they approach, I'm gonna use weapons like elbows, you know, ashibarai, sweep, hit them with the concrete, right? I practice karate, but I'm not that, you know what I mean? I've also done several years of Krav Maga, Muay Thai kickboxing, BJJ, Dutch kickboxing. I've done a little bit of wrestling, plus all of my professional dance experience, like, gives me a lot of, like, moving people skills. Show me the technique to do back kick. Okay, it's pretty simple. It's like you're stomping, but you just gotta change the angle, right? So it's this move, stomp, but you gotta point the end of your sword at the target. So here, I'm facing you, my feet. I'm gonna point my heel towards this guy. That allows me to turn this hip over and donkey kick him, right? That's essentially what the back kick is. It's a donkey kick. So you're gonna open this hip up. One, bring the knee up super high, and you're gonna point not just your heel, but your left cheek at the target, right? If that's his face, you gotta pitch up higher. Just whatever you're in line with, that's what you're gonna hit, okay? And then you wanna squeeze, remember me, yes, from maybe 15, 20 minutes ago? I'm showing the back kick. Okay, so chamber up, point, and then stomp. And you wanna stomp all the way out. So it doesn't feel like I'm doing this. It feels like I'm going like this. I'm like shooting this way, okay? So, God, okay. I'm here, usually your feet are pointed forward, right? And you're gonna do some techniques that allow you to turn this heel here like that. And if you wanna spin, all you gotta do is add a pivot, which I'm gonna assume you want to spin, okay? So now I'm gonna put the kicking leg in back, right? Because it's gonna come around. So let's say I wanna kick with my right. Now, same principles apply. I need to point my heel of the leg I'm gonna stand on at Bob, right? Line up your target. This is the lining up of the sights, okay? Line up. I'm gonna twist around here, and now this cheek is pointed right at him, and then donkey kick. Same thing. You pull your leg up, knee up really high into your chest here, and then you stomp. You got to use your butt muscles. You got to squeeze backwards, right? Bam! That was no spin. Let's put the spin in. Where are we at? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to kick with the right, which means it's in the back. Point the heel, pivot. Oh, I'm a little close. Chamber, stomp. Now, you're likely to knock this person over, right? You can't assume that you're gonna do that. You need to be looking, but if you don't, the way I do it lazily, you need to assume that they're gonna grab on. Everyone's instinct is to grab, right? Have you seen like two women fighting in a parking lot on World Star? What do? They grab the hair. What do people do? They grab jackets. That is the most human instinct we have. Latch on, right? We've had that since we were a baby. So that's what they do. Oh man. So that's the back kick. It's very similar to the side kick. It's a matter of degrees, and there's like a gray area, right? If my back is pointed at him, back kick. If my hips are more in line with him this way, side kick. But it's effectively the same. You chamber the leg, you pull the knee up to the chest, you point your ass and your heel at the target, and then you stomp it. What is that pink thing? Anything else you want to see, Alan? Alanriel? Olga Golubchik? Am I saying that right? Golubchik? I want to sound cultured, you know, so I need to know how to say it. All right. Water break. If you want requests, let me know. I have some other weapons we could look at. That seems to, you know, be a big hit, but you let me know what you want. Otherwise, after the technical training, I'm going to do a little bit of stretching. The same routine that I've been doing for 15, 16 years when I had to go from 220-pound bodybuilder to 130-pound ballet dancer. I've seen some shit. Bro, please go to bed. Why? It's early. I'd be practicing it. Cool. Anything else? I mean, I love talking shop more than anything. You want to know how to get some sick forearms? Well, here you hit yourself with the nunchucks about 10 minutes ago, and then you can look like this too. Is that too graphic for YouTube? Yikes. Oh, Olga, you don't know. I mean, you heard the bone spurs and the ligament tears in the spine and all that. I've torn a ligament in this knuckle. I've broken this knuckle, which is why there's that little line there. I've broken this knuckle, deflecting a roundhouse kick. What else? Oh, I have nerve damage in this elbow from a roundhouse kick. What else? I mean, my tendons are all fried, but that's a lot of, I've done a lot of things. If you can show me how to, a Taiwan Chai push kick. I'm not sure what his push kick in particular looks like. I mean, I've done teeps before. And it's like, again, all of the principles of kicks, they're the same. You don't get ideas. My ideas involve combat, okay? Physical perfection, all right? Is it teep? Yeah, teep is a front kick. So, and I don't know if you're telling me that or you're asking, but yeah, so same sort of deal. I want to get that leg up, right? Thai fighters are super square and their stance is like pretty parallel, which allows them to fire off from both legs, kind of, it allows all of your weapons to be pointed, you know, in the direction. So, you know, the back foot will a lot of times be kind of out for balance. Oh, excuse me. God. First, get your knee to your chest. Okay? Step one. If you want to kick anywhere, you have to get your knee pointed there, right? Because like my leg doesn't extend past my knee. So whatever that height is, that is my theoretical max kicking height angle, right? Practically, it'll be a little bit less than that, but you get the knee up, tuck it to your chest. You want to pull your toes back. This is super hard. Like, I will do this and like lift my foot and try and really pull, like the pinky toes are the worst ones. You got to keep those toes back because if you poke with your toes, you're going to break them. Some people do this on purpose so that they can kick you in the nuts literally with their big toe, but then they can't like fucking walk. So, you know, you choose what you want. But you pick this up, point the ball of the foot at the opponent, which is probably, if you're Muay Thai, going to be solar plexus, chest. They don't really kick to the face. It's like disrespectful to like put the bottom of your foot on someone's face. Some people do it, but especially in like stuff outside of Thailand. But anyway, enough talking. Here, stab. Here, with the ball of my foot, I'm pushing into, I'm digging in here. So you strike, but I'm really articulating through the foot to like dig in here. See how I took the place that he was occupying? Stop beating up that dummy. What, this one? This one, or am I the dummy? Some sand. Well, the sand is like difficult to move. A lot of time, I have so many injuries in my back. I have like herniated discs, bulging discs. They're all like worn down. I have scoliosis, torn ligaments, but I have bone spurs like all the way up. I can't feel this. I have like nerve problems. So I've got a lot of back damage. So sometimes I can't really move Bob around when he weighs like 280 pounds. He's got water in him now, but I like to be able to move him around without, like tweaking my back. So as you get older, you gotta make modifications. Unfortunately, to my extreme discomfort. Sea Peoples did nothing wrong. Nice. I like The Empire did nothing wrong. I grew up on Star Wars. But I support the Sea People. We've had our run. Let's let Atlantis come back up and, try again. Okay. Anything else we want to see? Because your boy's got to stretch at some point. Love all that lesson. Look, Alanriel. I don't know if you're an elf or a man named Alan. That's what I'm here for. I am wheel kick. That's kind of hard on my back, but I'll kind of show you the gist. Wheel kick's the baseball bat kick. God, I haven't done one in a while. See, I'm like mostly karate, and so I'll like snap. But a wheel kick, okay, I'm gonna be gentle because I'm old and decrepit. All right, give me a break. It took a while to get all these black belts. Kind of like that. If I commit more with a straighter leg, my back's gonna go out. So, Tip Top, thank you for the sub. Alan. Hell yeah, Alan. Well, and I'm going to be ramping things up. I'm going to be putting some home training classes, martial arts, fitness, stuff like that. I'll be putting that up as like standalone videos. And then soon-ish, asterisk, I'm going to be doing some classes like through Zoom and things like that. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities to train. Right now, flying triangle, oh God. Yeah, the wheel kick was okay on my back, but the flying triangle, is gonna fucking, yeah. God, I wish. I see people, I like you. But yeah, Alan, now's a good time. I mean, subscriber count's pretty low, so now is a great time to abuse. I've got time. And I'm compelled to teach, man. Teaching karate doesn't make money, So like, I do it because I love it. God, what else? I'm not a big fan of arm bars. I feel like it's a whole lot of shit to like snap somebody's arm. But I'm a striker, so I don't really like go heavy into the wrestling or anything like that. I know a few submissions from a few angles. I know like some escapes from, mount side control and all that stuff, but I don't train it that heavily, and that's hard on the back, like getting stacked, when like you're, oh God, I can't believe this is gonna be on the internet now, but like when you're here mounted and then someone picks up your legs and like stacks you onto your spine, like that's gonna fuck me up, so I can't have that. It's the reality. I went too hard for like 20 years, and I wasn't careful. So, and everyone told me, you better be careful. you're gonna hurt yourself. And I was like, maybe you. Put some PVC duct tape together in a coat with some padding. Oh, see people, I mean, that's with this grappling dummy, the PVC is a great idea, but what I had done is I got pool noodles and I cut them, like I put one through the crown and the back for the spine, and then around the neck, I like cut another piece in half, put that here to give it like, you know, something you gotta like get around. Like pool noodle things in the joints, pool noodle arms. So I mean, it was floppy as hell, but when it has some structure, like I was shocked like how like good like the rear naked can feel when you get it like stuffed right. It's dope. PVC is the next level though. But again, I was never like trying really hard. I just wanted the technique. So that's smart. Smart people. That's what I like to see. Elbows are slept on. I know they're illegal because they're so fucking dangerous, but that's why they're slept on. 1, 2. Everyone, again, the spinning, yes, I get it. It's flashy, but it's hard to pull off, and you gotta whip your noggin around. And none of these people spot. That's the other thing. When they go for the spin, they go like this. Totally blind. Like, when dancers turn, okay, I haven't lost the mic. When dancers turn, you keep your eyes on a fixed point. Because it keeps you like aligned, but like it's easier to balance. Your balance is very visual, right? If you close your eyes, it's more difficult to balance. So when you fix your eyes on something and you keep your eyes on it for as long as possible, and then I'm here, before the rest of my body turns, I look again. Here. So for the majority of the turn, I'm still looking at you. Right? But nobody does that. And that's why so many of these whiff. They go, ooh, and they're off balance, and then they get fucking swept. Have you ever tried the balls with the elastic bands that you attach to a hat? Yes. It's interesting. I mean, there's some carryover of like skill, but I feel like it's different because like you got to get it started, right? So you got to like punch it up, and then I just didn't feel like it was a good, like I couldn't hit it and then like slip and come back. Like if you slip, then it's like, it's over and you gotta like restart, right? So it's like this thing and it's like pop, 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 slip, untangle it, reset, pop, 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 pop. And you can only really do straights. So I personally like the double end bag a lot better. I started the stream doing this. But this sucker is the one. Like heavy bag is great, but if you only had one, like if I only had one thing, it would be this. Attached from the ceiling. Yeah, I had done that in a previous place, but then they were like, hey, there's asbestos in here. So I stopped doing that. I have it attached to here. Yeah, the one bad thing, I mean, you obviously know from the way you're talking about this, like the head movement and like you can get 360-degree. I've had it before, and that was, it was so nice. Oh, I felt like a professional. But this is what I got for now, you know, and I used to be really like, you know, I was a dancer, so I could like go crazy, like Dominic Cruz style. I can't really maintain that with my back anymore. So my head movement's kind of minimal, you know, I rely more on like defensive stuff. So it's been nice, but it's this is like the Mexican style. So you can get like body uppercuts versus, you know, just nice. You get a little thing you can, something like that. But yeah, I mean, clearly, you know what you're doing. And I like that. I love teaching technique. I've taught probably 3,000 hours of basic classes. So I really like, you know, when I can, to have the conversations with the, you know, the more educated, you know, the people that have seen a lot of stuff. It's just fun, you know. I like to get into the nitty gritty detail, you know, versus like, well, you throw the punch, but that's part of it. The ball thing. Oh, the ball you can attach from the ceiling. Oh, I had never. I mean, I've seen the maze balls, right? Like the, you know, the head movement ones, but I had never considered that. Holy shit. Totally fucking blind. Wow. I think I have one somewhere. It's in the closet, buried somewhere. I'll look into that. Thank you. Yeah, I'll let you know what I find. Good looking out. That's. I hate when like something so obvious like that is just like, oh, yeah. That's how it goes. See, I like to teach, but I want to learn, honestly, more than teach. So, you know, again, I like talking shop. The maze balls are cool. I don't like when people put like a fucking 20-pound weight in there. I just feel like you're, I get it, but like you're asking for it at that point, you know. It only takes a little knock to like dislocate your jaw. I think I'll leave Bob up for a few minutes in case someone wants to say something, but then I'm gonna get into my mobility. Because that's the secret. You gotta do mobility every day. Every day for like 17 years. Use it or lose it. That's real. All right, let's bring things down a notch. How we doing, chat? Feel good? Ready for Friday? I'm beyond ready, if I'm being honest, which I always am. I'm always honest. Because I don't have time to come up with lies. Okay. Bear with me. Before this YouTube channel, I didn't even like take selfies of myself, so I don't really know how to do, you know, anything. Let's see how we do. Okay, perfect. All right. So a lot of this stuff I picked up from modern dance. It's going to be the same as like in Pilates or other mobility stuff. Oh yeah, that's the one. Chat, you tell me. Do I look more like, and this is a test, all right? Do I look more like Andrew Tate or the guy from Impractical Jokers? I don't know his name, right? I don't know if I can do an Andrew Tate face. That's my Andrew Tate face. And you can tell him I said that. Tell him. You think I give a shit? Hey, C people, thanks for the tip. I appreciate the chit chat. I love talking shop. Hopefully I'll see you again. Oos. You know, there was a point when I was a bodybuilder, I was like 220. I, standing, was unable to touch my knees. So like, this was my flexibility. I wasn't able to straighten my arms. Like, you know Devin Larratt, arm wrestler, who like, he's like a T-Rex? Yeah, that was me. So the first like 8 or 9 months of my dance training was just losing muscle mass to make room, and then being able to straighten my arms and legs, which I'm very proud that I can do, you know. I've come a long way. And the legs were really hard. Because I was like squatting like 550, I deadlifted almost 600, so I was like tight. But, and it did, for like the first 3 months I was stretching, it felt like hard. And I don't mean like difficult, I mean like, it felt like, it wasn't like a stretch, like there was any kind of bend. It just like, I just hit like a steel cable, because that's how I taught my body it needed to be a steel cable to be safe. Anyway, that took forever. It was like 3 months before I moved at all. And I was like totally like, this is horseshit, it doesn't work. But you just have to drill it in. And eventually, over time, that trickle effect is how it works. And I mean, you gotta like, my fascia was all fucked up, and so I had to like essentially reset that completely, which is an enormous undertaking. But ever since, with, I mean, 10, 15 minutes maybe a day, I got splits, you know? And as a man, that's pretty rare. Now, my hip sockets face outward more, like that's half the reason men, besides the testosterone, besides the muscles, like because the hip sockets face forward, it's easier to drive your legs this way. When you have open hips that face the side, because you are, you know, made to, you know, biologically to give birth or whatever, that means you're like physically restricted because your hip socket, like it doesn't point that way. So your legs kind of like go like this a little bit. So it's just not as efficient. Anyway, that being said, I've met women much stronger, bigger than me. I've had my ass kicked by women. Very talented black belts. I don't get into like fights with people, you know what I mean? But I've trained with many. Oh, Lord. I got some good work in today. I don't know if y'all were here for it, but. And I don't do long cardio anymore. If I'm in a fight for more than like 5 minutes, I'm fucked. Like, I already have bigger problems, you know? If you've ever fought for 1 minute, you understand like 5 minutes is ridiculous. Like, it's like sprinting for 5 minutes. It just, you know, that's not how it works. Oh, how are y'all feeling? I'm gonna feel a lot better when I'm done with all this. That's the other thing about stretching. You have to be uncomfortable. You can't just stretch to feel good, of course. Yeah, definitely. But if you want to get more flexible, it's like if you did 1 push-up every single day, you're not gonna get stronger. So if you don't push, and I'm not talking like tearing shit apart or, you know, but like you have to get comfortable living in that like kind of place. That's a secret to fitness. That's the secret to martial arts. That's everything. You just got to get comfortable riding out the like, or it's not like painful, but you just don't want to do it, you know? You want to quit. You don't have to. You just really feel like it. Damn. I mop my floors after every session, and this is still, I don't know how well you can see it. It looks pretty dark to me. The light's coming in this way. Okay. What else do I need? I need this. I need this. Oh yeah. Is this what YouTube likes? This right here? Yeah? A little this? A little that? It's not one of those channels. I'm just sassy. That's all. Dancing, learning how to use my body was the best thing I ever did. I became aware of things that blew my mind. I can feel the movement of my organs. And maybe some people can kind of feel it, but I can feel like where food is. I can feel like how everything. And I mean, as a dancer, you do like pelvic floor exercises, all of these things. I had a whole class where like all we did was, see if you can see this, like rolled, God, this is so weird, roll the pelvis around and just like figure out what every position feels like. That's what a lot of dance is. That's what I went to college for. And yes, we had written essays and stuff. We had a lot of anatomy. I had to know every fucking tuberosity of the deltoid with the attachment, what each muscle did across each joint. Pretty fascinating, but as cool as it is, if you don't use that language, I mean, I've forgotten all the words for like the little bands in here, and it doesn't really matter, but it's cool. And everyone's got them. You have all of these things. You just don't know. I mean, becoming aware of my body made me more aware of like when I would go on long drives, my back would just fucking ache. And before then, I was just so tight that like I didn't release ever. So I just felt like being tight was normal. When that stopped being normal, then I would go on like car trips that I had handled totally fine before, and I'd be like unable to continue sitting. I'd have to like get out, stand, lay down, stretch. The price of sensitivity, I guess. But, knowledge at the end of the day is power. Oh. Most people have not seen my stretching routine. For a few guys, we go there. All right. I do shoulder mobility a little different. I don't do like wall stretches or anything like that. I also have a lot of experience with gymnastics rings. So that's a lot of my calisthenics, strength work, and mobility. So I'm gonna rig this up. You can check out the muscles. Okay, put on a little show. Stream's gonna come to an end in a little bit here. So if you have anything you want to see, any questions, compliments, critiques, now's the time. Or, next time I stream and the time after that. Or... You don't need to talk. That's okay. I don't need that. I just want to know you. Okay. This mic's working pretty good. God, I can't imagine how it sounds on the mic. All I want for you, chat, is to give you the superpowers that I've accumulated over many, many years, many injuries, many different skill sets. I got really good at using the controller. I'm not good at one game. You have the same controller for everything. If you can start using it, like I've never like taken singing lessons, but the only reason I can like maintain any kind of like projection is because I am aware of my throat muscles, my diaphragm, like airflow. It's all the same. It applies to everything. Anyway, here's what we do. So, first step, dip position. I was doing these on the static bars, but I kind of want the freedom to move around. Oh, yeah. See, the delts look good in this shot, but I just don't have strong rear delts. I never really have. That's fine. You know, that's just the old bodybuilder talk. I don't really care anymore. Okay, and then we do this one. What can you see? I don't know. Oh, I can't do it with one hand. It's too hard. Let's see. Here we go. Kind of like a skull crusher position here. You can't see because of all the elastic horse shit. Like that. Ooh. See, I just chose strength kind of movements that put my muscles and joints into extreme stretch. And instead of like doing a bunch of reps, I just got really comfortable at the end range. And so now this is like relaxing. You know, a lot of people would be struggling, their elbows would hurt, but feels good to me. So, and I have found personally that I have been able to maintain a lot of muscle. I mean, I'm not big, right? Like I have some muscles, but like a lot of this is maintained because I put the muscles under load in those extreme ranges. And it's like an isometric contraction, right? But I can hang out there, right? I'll do dips with like a 15-second pause. And I can't do 30 dips, but I can do 3 where, you know, if I was hanging off a cliff or something, like, I'm good. Not only am I good, it's gonna feel good for a while before it feels bad. So we're gonna do another round. Actually, ooh, ooh, oh, oh, you don't understand. Here's another one. Now this, I can't go all the way around because this is in the way, but a little trick from the gymnastic days, a little skin the cat, which is not a good name. I'm old, so I don't know if, you know, they've come up with a much more appropriate name for this move, but that's what they call it, skin the cat. I love cats. All right, don't come at me. All right, I do have a black belt. Okay, so here I'm going to do a front lever pull to, actually let's give you a nice shot of all the body here, you know? So you go up. Now here I can stretch out my traps. I don't know if you can see me. Yeah, so I'm keeping myself balanced here and I'm really stretching out the traps. Oh, it feels so good. And now I'm gonna come forward a little bit, stretch the shoulders. Now, if you turn the palms over, you get a big stretch in the biceps, but this is way too intense for me. So I do my bicep stretches a little out there. So this, oh yeah, oh yeah. And a little front lever for the chat, huh? You like that? Okay, might do that one more time. Christopher Ramon Reed. It's good. And again, I don't know how long you've been here, but like I can feel like a pump in my brachioradialis, biceps, shoulders. Like if I do a few reps of this, it's kind of like a set of 3 or 5 of like a lift, right? It's just one long, really intense rep, time under tension essentially versus, you know, and that way, less reps is less nervous system fatigue. So I can do these workouts and I'm not sore, I'm not tired, I feel good. And so I can do this like every day. That's the key. Okay, but it takes, you know, a million years to accumulate that stuff. Unless you follow me, and then I'll give you all of my wisdom up front for free. Okay, in the traps. Oh yeah. How are we doing? Do I look good at this angle? Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Hi. Oh yeah. Yep, that's the one. Okay. Easy peasy. All right, and now I'm going to show you the stretch I do for my biceps. It's still incredibly intense. So if you try this shit, you better check yourself. All right? I think that's a legal disclaimer, right? It's appropriate. Let me move the floor. Ugh. All right. Okay. So this is gonna sort of be like the Maltese position, right? On the rings, when you're like this, but your legs are straight back. That's like a Maltese, right? Planche, Maltese. Doesn't mean anything to non-gymnasts, but this is one of the main reasons they have enormous biceps. Like, male gymnasts have huge guns because they stretch their biceps like crazy. So let's see, actually I can go pretty far. Let's show this. Oh yeah. See, from here, I can do like curls if I wanted to. These are called, I think they're pelican curls. I don't know why. Because pelicans look weird. But even just like this is a huge stretch in the biceps. Here, and I can shift it into the shoulders. So, you know, once I started thinking about mobility in 3 dimensions, things really opened up. Literally and figuratively, I didn't mean to do that. Oh! Oh, okay. A couple more, and then I'll be done. I'm curious if I know the one person that's been here the whole time. I see you. Okay. All right. We do chest opener this way. Oh. Oof. Oof. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, my rear delts shouldn't be able to handle this by how much I train them, but because I hang out here, this used to like pull my back out. And now it pulls my back out in the best way. Okay, another chest opener. Let's see. I'll move you a little bit. Sorry, I don't know if vertical or horizontal is better. I assume vertical, but oh, my content kind of moves, so I might try some horizontal stuff. I don't know. I don't know if people are on TVs, mostly phones. Ugh. And then we see this from this angle here, where I'm just gonna really lean in. So all of my weight, I mean minus my legs, is like in here. And I'm like opening. So I mean moving around in these ranges is kind of like exercise, right? It's kind of like a lift. I just do little bits. And then the other ranges I get taken care of when I do, you know, exercises in the gym. I get the rest of the range, you know. Okay. A couple more, we're almost done. I don't even have the good lighting. Been cutting down a little bit. I'm 154, down from 164. I'll probably stabilize around like 148, 150. Oh. Okay, I like to do a little hollow hold. Another gymnastic thing. So instead of just hanging, right, which I do plenty of, hanging has been great for my shoulders. But see, I'm hanging here, right? So if I bring my low abs in and kind of contract with my lats and my serratus muscles, it's these abs in here. Okay, let's see. Yeah. These abs right here. It's called the boxer's muscle because it helps pull the scapula forward, which is, you know, bump, bump, bump. Okay? See, there's a lesson in everything I do. Can't stop teaching. Okay, so this is like a hollow hold here. My feet are kind of angled in front. My scaps are engaged. My core is engaged. I'm just going to hang here for a second. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm shaking a little bit. Getting a little stability. Relax, re-engage. A lot of times I'll do like a single arm hold here. Okay, other side. Got to monkey around sometimes, you know? It's good for you. What's my style? Well, it's a complicated answer. So, I'm certified in Shito-ryu Karate, Shotokan, Goju-ryu, which is an old school style, Isshin-ryu, which is, it's a very weird style. But I've had like Kyokushin people at my belt tests. I've trained with some of them. I've also done Krav Maga, Dutch and Muay Thai kickboxing, a little BJJ, enough to like, you know, I have a few submissions, of some escapes, you know, like bare bones kind of stuff. I've trained capoeira, even though I don't really use those. Kyokushin and Taekwondo, damn, that's the combo. And I don't think you were here earlier. I was going over, I throw more Kyokushin style roundhouses, you know, like kind of up here, like from very close, because Kyokushin fighters develop that extreme hip flexibility, right? Like I've snuck stuff up, bam, in here. I mean, it's so fast, but people are obsessed with power, right? So that's cool though. I wish I was certified in Kyokushin. I've only trained a little bit in it. I mean, my fighting style is definitely like, I can't like do the crazy moves like I could before. My back's all fucked up. So I gotta like actually block and like defend, you know? So I've had to change things over time. Taekwondo's sick. One of my karate senseis was also a Taekwondo black belt. And dude, it pissed me off so much because like every time you know he's gonna throw the spinning back kick, right? You know he's like, I'm gonna hit you with the spinning back kick, and you're like, okay. And I mean, a lot of people fight like this, which I don't really agree with. So I'm like, I'm coming in, and I'm like, moving off angles and feinting, and no matter what, as soon as I burst in, it's like the foot was there. The foot was already there. He did the Goku fucking, teleport. And it's like, he'd do it again and again and again. And it's like, when someone can clown on you with they spam the same technique. And I even try like coming off from a different angle, and he'd just like, over rotate. And it was so, I was teaching someone in the chat the back kick earlier. And yeah, it's just, God, if you can keep everything tight, it's just, oh. I know, right? Yeah. So what does your training look like nowadays? Are you actively like going up in belts? Are you already, your Shodan? What are we talking about? Not that rank like matters, you know what I mean? But just curious how much curriculum you've been through. TV official, damn. Home train, interesting. Okay. Do you have like a heavy bag, like a bob, or I have a double end bag over there. That's how I started. Is that mostly YouTube, or do you like, I know a lot of places do like Zoom classes, or I've taken private lessons with people online, and I've had pretty good success, If you know what you're doing with your body, it's, one thing. Like, if they're not looking at you, it's kind of, I've seen, because you see these people, right? You see them online where it's like, I've been training for 3 years, and they're like, and it's like, okay, well, wood and metal. Oh, okay. All right, my brother. Since you've said that, I will train with my piece of wood. I have a Makiwara. It's not the one that's, at the old dojo I was at, we like bolted one to the wall, but then it was like, we put it through the wall, so we had to come up with something else. But this is how I do it at home. It's in like a bag because it like, so anyway, it's got these little spacers, so it has a little bit of give, and then there's this like leather on the front. But this thing's a solid block, and it's the reason that like, okay, let's see. This is my non-dominant hand, and this is my, you can't really see, but like these knuckles are like just enormous, and it's because of this. So, all right, what time is it? All right, it's not too late. The neighbor can't get mad at me. Okay. And I'm not going for max power, right? Like for this, it's more of like, I'm working on the body mechanics, right? Like it's sort of like 1-inch punch style. So like there's this guy, it's like something Consterdine. He's a karate practitioner, and he talks about this like double hip technique. And yeah, so I'm just like, and I only really train bare knuckle, so. So I'll do this like every couple days, just maintain that kind of bone density, because like when I take time off and then I hit something hard, I always injure myself. I don't train like, I know like some of my senseis, they'll do like the one finger techniques and like the like ippon ken single knuckle. The problem is that they did that so much that their hands are like gnarled fucked up little claws and they like can't type or, you know, hold shit. So it's like if you turn your joints into weapons, that's what they become, right? You can't do like whatever as good. So I train this side of the hand, right, for the shuto, and then the hammer side of the hand, and then also here. I've tried the hiraken. This is like my favorite unique strike. It's like the leopard's strike this way. But it's so hard to maintain the like tension and keep them together. It's like, it's not worth it. And then, yeah, and then your first knuckles are all fucked up. Yeah, training knuckles is important. I mean, people, it's like, I mean, I'm sure you've probably seen like the bare knuckle boxing guys, but those knuckles, they like slice people. It's crazy. I mean, I tore a tendon partially in this knuckle, and then I broke this one here. Breaking boards, of course. So I'll do like my shuto ukes here. Shotes, and I throw them, I'll drop them. Like, I'm a big fan of like hammer fists this way. I don't do elbows on this anymore. They're already hard enough, you know. So I learned to hit with the middle knuckle. Yeah. And I sort of go these two. I lean on this one, which is why it's like larger. This one's kind of fucked up because of the break. So actually when you break it, it like gets a little bit bigger. So, which is probably why I've got all these mini breaks, which you probably also have microfractures. That's how we do. It's martial arts, baby. Forging your bones. Just stronger than your opponents. I mean, that's what martial arts is. It's hurling your bones at someone else's bones and then hoping that they take more damage than you. That's it. The rest is just like style and physics and angles. Makiwara, baby. Oh. ATA Taekwondo is my style. Your first style? Nice. So, I mean, I'm going to take an educated guess that you're kick heavy, right? You work on your hands, hopefully. I mean, you don't need to, right? I don't know if you saw that fight with the kickboxer girl where she's like 9 feet tall and she just did like side kicks. She threw one technique like 50 times and she won. She like kept hitting this girl in the face. Look it up. It's like side kick kickboxing. It's hilarious. And she might have done it like twice. Hands and shins, I do spin kicks. Hell yeah. What's your like signature move? Axe kicks. Dude, oh man, I'm trying to get, like my back's messed up, right? So like the axe kick, it just like, I tuck a little bit and it like pulls. I'm trying to get it back. I used to be able to do like knee to the face. Oh, I miss it. Andy Hoog, right? You know who I'm talking about. Tornado kicks, classic. Tornado kicks actually came in handy when because I trained to be a martial artist first, and then I became a dancer later. And so tornado kicks helped because in ballet, they do tornado kicks, just like pretty. Yeah, you know. You already know. That's how it is. All right, well, we got a few people, so I'll dick around for a few more minutes, show off a little bit. I got a few things we can look at. Okay. You like these? Combine TKD and Kyokushin as a hybrid style. Nice. I mean, the problem with extreme martial arts is that you leave out some things, right? You spec super hard into like, you know, spin kicks and stuff, but like that Kyokushin balance is, I mean, they got hands, right? They also don't hit to the face, so you don't have to worry about, you know, your moneymaker getting messed up. But they got enough hands and, you know, I mean, Taekwondo guys, you get kicked a lot, but it's like point style, right? So the Kyokushin style, I don't know if you have a sparring partner, but if you can get one, I would encourage you to, because a big part of Kyokushin, as you, I'm sure know, is just tanking damage, right? Like, they'll just eat shots for days. And they're like proud of it, you know? It's like, why block when I'm just like tougher? So it's pretty cool to watch some of the sparring online, even like young, like twiggy teenage people, like, I mean, they can wail. And that's a thing people don't realize, like teenagers, even though if they're like lanky and awkward, like they're young, so they don't feel pain, they recover from injuries, and they have like, they weigh a significant, they can hurt, you know? My brother trains them. Nice. Nice. Your brother that you put 50 different nunchuck marks on. My left is bad. I'm not good with my left. Never do this. Okay? This. This is how this is supposed to go. Not this. All right? Look at me. Do I say my name here? My name is Kyle. You can call me Sensei if you want. I finally get to see one of these live. What's upper, mad martial artist? Yes, I am Kyle. You know, one of the like, I look like a Kyle, you know what I mean? I don't drink Monster Energy like a Kyle. But it's nice to meet you, Shane. Do I know you? Now, I learned all of this, if you've watched my videos, which, if you have, hell yeah, it's you. Okay. I'm surprised you said anything, so thank you. Funny as fuck, thank you. I learned nunchucks from the Green Power Ranger, Jason David Frank. I've got a picture with him, little Kyle. Okay, at the time, I had spiked hair, he had spiked hair. It was the 90s, it's what you did, you know? So he taught me shit like this. You know, around the back, reverses, little flip, stuff like that. Boom! Power Rangers is just awesome. Fact. Okay? And I had seen, and when I went to his dojo, it was called Rising Sun, the TV show was still out, and it was like the early seasons. So, and he lived like, or the dojo was like 2 miles away from where we lived. So I just remember like, oh, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. Like, I don't know if you can see. Oh, you can, shit. But it was so cool. It was like being in the presence of like fucking Thor, you know? And can you fight without the sticks? I prefer to fight without the sticks, yeah. So, and here's the thing about fighting, it's like, it's pretty simple, you know? like there's a reason some people, they succeed on the street, because again, it's just throwing bones at people, you know? And if you don't see it coming, I mean, also, Tonfa, they look like nightsticks. These, I think, Nunchucks are my favorite, and they're like my weapon, right? I'm Michelangelo. But the tonfa are the superior weapon, right? I have this blocking surface here. I can punch you and keep some space. I can slap you at range, pap, pap, pap. And I can still do all of the stuff that you can do with nunchucks here. Fighting isn't that simple, though, in my opinion. It's the bell curve, right? Like at the beginning, it's like simple. It's like throw punches and kicks, and then you get into the nuance of all the technique, and it's like holy shit, right? It's like pelvic alignment, core engagement. You know, which muscles are firing, timing everything, kinetic linking, huge complexity. And then once you get that into like your body to the point where you don't have to think like, okay, pivot the foot, lift the, you know, you just kind of do it as one action, then it comes back down to simple. It's like you got to learn the rules and then you figure out like you can break them. You're a G, my brother. Thank you. You know, I don't always feel like a G, like not today, but I got skills. You know, I was a teenager when the Napoleon Dynamite, and it's like, chicks like skills. I don't know that chicks like skills actually, but it's my thing. Again, I'm Michelangelo, right? I'm not the strongest. I'm not the smartest, okay? But I got skills, okay? Right? Arnold did ballet. Hell yeah. And then this is one of my favorite weapons. The gravity hammer. Damn, this mic is still going. Jesus. Okay, so again, it's the same principles as the nunchuck. It's just like way harder. What was that? What happened? Something happened on screen. I don't understand social media, so I don't know what's going on. So I mean, I can only really do like some of the base. I can't do like the elbow casts where you like wrap around and like throw it forward. The one I can do, oh my God, if I hit the fucking camera. Okay, ready? Huh. Okay, I'm trying to aim it at the camera without hitting the camera. Actually, there's a better way to do this. I'm, again, not the smartest turtle, all right? Just the most skilled, that's all. I'm gonna move him a little back. All right, I'm gonna try and get him in the face, but you know, hitting him at all is kind of, oops, oh shit. Oops. Oops. I have a problem, like when I'm sparring, I'll fuck up and I'll be like, oops, oops, oops. What do you think about sport karate? Okay, I started in the Green Power Ranger dojo, and that was like Hollywood karate, like spin kicks, fucking the wushu, butterfly kicks, you know, like nunchucks. That was that. I did that for a couple years. Then my second dojo was old school as fuck. Oops. Yeah. I'll be sparring and I'll be like, oops. Or someone will hit me, I'll be like, oops. My sensei's like, stop saying oops, Kyle, God. And I'm just like, ah. Or like someone hits me and I'm like, nice. They're like, stop complimenting your opponent. It's like, but it's my friend. I fight more of my friends than my enemies. Okay, that was a chest shot. I don't have a ton of space filming vertically. Whoop! You're getting the picture. Oops. Oops. Ow! Okay. God damn it. Okay. One. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, all right. Throat shot. Whoa, shit. Okay, Titty shot, nice. My own calf, fuck. All right, well, you get the idea. God. I'm not a mockingbird. I think I was a bird in a past life. I like to sing, dance around, throw things on the floor, be crazy. They get it, you know, eat fruit and vegetables, sing songs all day, the same song for 6 hours straight. I fucking love parrots, man. I used to go to the pet store down the road, but it's like depressing. They have this like 40-year-old macaw in there that looks haggard as hell, and they have her like back behind a bunch of shit. There's like junk piled up. She's visibly depressed. What is happening? 100? Oh, reactions. Okay, I'm learning. I don't know what's going on. Okay, that's what we tell the cops. This is the flashiest weapon I have, which are the Sai. Bob, back up. God. Actually, I'll need you in a second. He can't talk or read. I don't know why I talked to him. Okay, so you hold him like the tonfa, right? Unlike the tonfa, like I'm good here. Like you can hit me and I'm blocking that. It's sliding off, right? With a Sai, it's this metal rod that's not sharp, it's blunt. Even if you do block it, which in my experience never fucking happens, it always wraps around and it like hits this and your bones. But the other thing is, even if it gets right on target, it's slamming a metal rod into your forearm bone, so it fucking hurts. So it's like not worth it in my opinion. And then I have like my fingers out here, you know? It's like you could just cut all my tendons here and I'm like, you know, I look like the fanciest douchebag. So, Sai, right? Speaking of turtles, it's Raphael. These are interesting. I don't really like them. They're a little heavy. Sometimes, oh, do I have a box? I don't think I do. Sometimes these were like used to throw, like you throw it into someone's foot and hopefully like nail it into the ground. The tip's like one of those windshield cracker things. The end is like sort of pointy. Like if I rammed this as hard as I could, I mean, it would probably go into some meat, but it's not really how it's like intended. Again, if you throw it and like pin someone's shoe to the ground, that's one thing. But it's like a club essentially. So there's like a few techniques that you use with these, right? First, the coolest thing that you can do, according to, you know, everyone that I've polled, is flipping them, right? That's like the coolest thing you can do is like flip them out, flip them in. You know, we do some like stuff. But like one of those techniques is just, this is solid steel. Bam. And I mean, if an elbow cuts, right, this is gonna cut just from friction, right? Not because it's sharp, but it's just such a small point that like the force is so concentrated. It'll rip open the skin. So if you drag it, right, or just, I mean, this isn't really in any of the katas, but like, you know what I mean? Right? But yeah, it's like this, hitting them with that part, catching shit in the hooks, right? Or you punch it, right? So I have this grip like this, and you punch through. The problem is it wants to move because you hit something and it like, the force is just, it bleeds out. So you gotta like crank it. I'm doing like this to just keep it here. And then you can like punch him with some actual force. Because if I leave this loose, it's like it pops out. So it's like you punch here, you can block things with the, like that's, okay. So the beginning of the one kata I know is like this, all right? There's like a rising hooking block where you hook behind someone's neck with this, which would fucking suck. These are not sharp, but they're kind of pointy. Here, punch, block, right? Like someone kicks and you whip this thing out. Ding. Stab. And then a block this way. And that's most of these techniques is like strike, thrust, block, punch. That's it. There's this section towards the end where it's like you do like one here, down, here, bum, bum, turn, over the head, bam, slam down here. I think this is supposed to be like slapping a hand, right? Which would shatter the bones in the back of your hand. Katana hit. Katana is one of the few weapons I do not have any training with. And then the other weapon that I have training in is the staff. This is a mop handle. This is what I used for everything except for competing. I actually shattered a staff once, whipping it so fast that it like bent too fast, and it like almost stabbed into the ceiling. It's like this like jagged edge. Anyway. Again, we don't do a ton of like, you know, fancy stuff like that. You do a little bit of fancy stuff, but it's like pretty direct. So the kata is like here, block, stab. There's a like ankle strike, and then there's a foot sweep. So you kind of go like that here. But in my experience, it's so hard to bow staff, yeah. Like, it's so hard to exert force at the very end. Like, I've actually tried to sweep people with the stick, but if they have any weight on that leg, it's like trying to move something like this, like that. It doesn't really work. Anyway, they also have foot stabs, so you just jam it right into the foot. Here, here. There's some of these strikes, you just rest the staff on the shoulder here, and then you come down. Right, so this one sequence, I'm probably gonna hit the wall or something. So it's like one, up, down, around, strike, block, fold in here, and then yeah. Right. Except in the traditional styles that I've trained in, we couldn't, you know, have the like sleeveless gis, so I could never do the like, you know, like fucking. Yeah, I mean, staff is like the weapon we've been using since the dawn of humanity, right? So it's just one of those things. And it's so easy to use. Like, I can switch hands without even using my fingers. Usually, I have this like, oh, thanks, Gabe. Usually I have this like very loose grip. It's just sort of resting here, and only when I throw it, it's the same as a punch, right? I'm not like gripping this staff this whole time. Same way you don't like, you stay loose, and then same thing. Here. There's some other moves too where like you're in this theoretical beach, okay, because karate comes from Okinawa. Okinawa's an island, so they have a lot of beach themed. Like, there's a weapon that's just an oar. That's like a legit weapon. It's just a fucking boat oar. And the only moves are like smashing someone with the oar part, or you flip sand up and then you smash them. But that's pretty much it. It's a joke to me. I mean, I get that it's like, it's a weapon because it's a huge club, but it's just like, to codify it, you know, it's just so strange. So, let's see. So, we've switched here, switch, 1, 2, here, I, we come to the front here, one, that same sequence, here, around, up to the top, 1, 2, 3, here. And then you end the kata like a badass. I know a couple other ones, but that's like the coolest one. Ryubi no kun is what you call it. Yeah, this is from the nunchucks on myself earlier. It's part of it. Welcome to the martial arts, baby. Did you guys practice your weapons training today? Sorry, I imagine that's right into the microphone, but you know, that's live. That's real live. You know what I'm saying? Not really? Oh, good. Good. Oh, man. I also have, these are my favorite chucks. The ones I had were wood. These are like legit, you know, like if you take these to Japan or whatever, they're like, okay, like they're one of the real ones. But this one, steel chain, this is on a ball bearing, so it can spin, unlike the ropes that like tangle, it spins, which allows for very easy spinning. This is hollow aluminum. It's very light, very hard. There's a ball bearing in the end of these, which weights it like a blackjack. So like, let's see, this is the speed that I can do with wood. And then let's see the speed I can do with this thing. So it's like, it's slower. But you also get the chain sounds. The chain's a little bit longer, so it's easier to do kind of these. Oh, I forgot how good these feel. Oh my God. Don't hit the light. Reversal. You can't really do the flips with the long chains. You got to kind of throw it. You can't like roll it over the back of the hand. 100. You get it. You get it. I mean, I had this concept for a weapon that's kind of based off the meteor hammer, right? It's the rope with the weight at the end. But if you're carrying a meteor hammer around, it's like pretty clear what your intentions are. And carrying like a bunch of rope is like pretty suspicious. So I was thinking if you could get like a fishing weight attached to a keychain on one of those like retractable, they have like steel cable retractable keychain thingamabobs. Like you could pull that thing out, cast it, and then it would automatically kind of return. You'd have to be careful, right? You don't want it coming back here. But you could cast, even if you held it, you could cast it and retract it, right? Because when you use the gravity hammer, boom, now all that rope's there, and they're gonna grab it and take it from you. So, and it's like fishing weight, totally innocuous. Keychain, you know what I mean? You gotta think for the modern era. All right, I can't carry nunchucks around. I'm pretty sure they're illegal in a lot of places, actually. So this, like, obviously I'm here to like fuck some shit up. But, you know, if I have a wooden dowel or a piece of rebar from my construction job, you know what I mean? You can't be mad at me for having that. I can have that. I would Google it if it wouldn't take me out of the live, but I'm pretty sure nunchucks are illegal. Not because like they're really a threat. I mean, you can buy a kitchen knife and that's like infinitely more deadly, but there's this like, it's like classified as a flail, right? Like as if it's like the big spiky ball on the stick from like the Middle Ages, right? They count it the same. It's not. But I believe that was the case. I mean, I'd love to be proven wrong. Because if I'm allowed to carry these, then Suck it. Boom. That's my power shot, right? Not the, this is the biggest power shot, right? The big one. But when you get some tension here, and then you throw it forward, you can get a really precise vertical strike on the bridge of the nose. Or like cut a watermelon in half. Bam. Oh, God. I'm gassy. I haven't had dinner yet. I've been training. There's this one, which I don't really agree with. Because, like, this is not like a combative stance. You know what I mean? This is better. I mean, it's more like the Dutch kickboxing guard, right? So it kind of makes sense. I've got a lot of layers here. If you kick up into this, your toe's broken. But you gotta think differently. I mean, there was a time where my back was so bad, I was using a cane, and then I tried to train with the cane. This is more of like a walking stick. But this is ADA compliant. You can take this on an airplane. You can take this anywhere, right? If you have any reason to carry a cane, that's good enough. Like back pain, okay. Limp, all right. But, right, you can hook, strike, sweep. These ones, this one's kind of weak, but it even has, like, it's foldable. So you can, like, kind of use this. Not very effective, but if you saw a motherfucker with a limp do this and then, I mean, even if he's not if he's not physically dangerous, that's like a dangerous mind. You know what I mean? That person's willing to do things that you aren't. And then I have my training chucks, which are just foam. You know, for the days where I don't want to bruise my elbows. But the chain's too long. So like everything takes forever and I can't roll across for the reversal, right? To switch grips. This is the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber spin, by the way. This is it. Actually, hold on. Hold on. This is a whole goddamn show and tell. All right. All right. All right. I didn't want to bring out this technology, you know, but that's the Anakin Skywalker thing. It's behind the back, in front, roll the wrist. God damn it. It looks fancier than it is. It's just rolling the wrist over, right? Hold on. There we go. It's rolling the wrist over, so it's like 1, 2. And then I kind of like let this come back down. It's hard to do slow. So it's like turn over, let the momentum and the like stretch kind of, God damn it, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta switch this to my color. There we go. Sith, baby. Empire did nothing wrong. But that's about the breadth of my, I mean, I didn't pull out the Scottish Highland swords. They're like claymores, so I'm not going to pull those out. But I think I have like a ceremonial sort of dagger. But that's the arsenal. Okay? I think it's like this. Putting it to bed. Okay. I had a case for my tonfa, but I use them pretty regularly, so I just keep them in my bag. This was a gift. I did not do this for myself, okay? But it's in my sensei bag. It was a gift. I helped someone with their black belt test. It took like 3 months. So she got like all of the senseis that like judged the test and myself bags that were monogrammed. It was pretty cool. Very nice of her. Unfortunately, here's the worst part is that anyway, it's diluted everything, so it's a total fucking crapshoot. You can have a dojo with people that could fucking mog everyone, and like some awkward, you know, like I, you know, and they need to keep them paying memberships. They need to keep them involved. So like after a certain point, you kind of just have to promote them. Again, not my way. My previous sensei would just kind of push people up. It was a very commercial dojo. It was very like sport karate, you know, trying to get medals and trophies, you know. That was the focus of this dojo, was competition, right? But only really like half the black belts could really fight, and then the rest of them just like, you know, it was more for fitness or, you know, body control, but it had no illusions of fighting. Experience and mileage varies. Shotokan, yeah, it's my least favorite style. I mean, I have some issues with Isshinryu. They do everything vertical fist, like this. They have some other weird stuff. Shotokan, I'm certified in Shotokan. It's horse shit. Okay? It's great. It looks great. And that's the whole point. They do these stances that are like this. And it's like, bro, try and move out of that stance. But the only thing you can do is like, so it's just ridiculous, like the most extreme versions just for the sake of like being extra, and it pisses me off, you know? And then it's like, oh, we're the prettiest. It's like, no, probably Rueiryu is the prettiest. That's another style that I've trained in. It's like in the Avatar universe, this would be like water bending, right? Shotokan's like fire, you know, it's like, bam, long, like shooting stuff. Goju-ryu is like, you know, in here. It's like earth style. Rueiryu is like super circular. It's like super flowy. There's some like crazy stuff. So there's some interesting styles. Kyokushin is one of my favorites though. So it's cool that you train it. I know like Kyokushin dojos are super rare. It's probably one of the least commonly practiced. I did not like it because the sparring was just not for me. So I kept looking up karate styles and I found Kyokushin. Yeah, good for you. A lot of people don't know that there's a difference or that there's a second option. You know, they just go to like the one that's the closest, which is probably a Shotokan dojo, which is the most commercialized. That's a lot of the styles that you see at the WKF competitions. It's Shotokan. It's just like, it's fucking performative. And it's like literally a performance, you know? So it's like, I can't really like be that mad. But it's like, I don't know. It's like the bitch that tries to one-up you every time. You know what I mean? Oh man. Well, I need to get some dinner. It is getting late here, and I have earned my supper. So I appreciate you guys hanging out, chatting. It's been fun. You know, it's way more interesting to train this way when, you know, I can get requests or, you know, show me a spin kick. That's more fun than me just like, you know, playing metal. Yeah, appreciate you, Tyshawn. God bless. Hope to see you again soon. I'll have some training videos coming up, fitness, martial arts, other stuff like that. I'll be doing some classes. So, you know, if you want another source, I do tend to do things sort of the old school way, you know. So I think you might see something there you like. Perfect. Party on, people. All right. Os. どうもありがとうございました。Thank you. さよなら。